Hey guys, Bryne here, and today we will be reviewing the NECA Predator Jungle Hunter, released exclusively by NECA. First we'll talk about articulation, and then details, so let's begin. He stands about 8 inches tall, the head is on a ball joint, shoulders are ball joint, but a bit hindered by these dreadlocks you see right here, so be careful with that. Wrist rotation, which is quite nice. Hands also are on a ball joint, but this hand is somewhat hindered by the blades on this gauntlet, as you can see. Torso is also on a ball joint, but you get very little articulation on that part. But it does, you can turn it, which is a good addition. The legs go in and out, and back and forth. One problem, though, going in and out is hindered by the thigh plating right here, because as you can see right here, it peels off. So you don't want to be careful when you bend with that. It reminds me of those old Ninja Turtle action figures that were released ever so long ago. The knees are hinged, no rotation there, and then finally the feet are on a ball joint. So let's talk details, shall we? The mask is quite amazing. It features everything you would want from the original movie, and I like how they kept the mask just as it was. I've seen some editions where it's sort of like garbled, and the design is just off, and not like the original at all. And I'm not even talking about the reboot, they just butchered it, but here, they did really good. They include also that laser that he has, the laser blaster, I assume, which is also featured on the box, as you can see here. Detail is exquisite, like with the breastplate right here. It's nice. He comes with wires, which, let me warn you, these are very fragile, and easy to break, as we'll get into a sec. He comes with what I'm going to call bone souvenirs from what I assume is previous victims. These are actually removable, and I'll show you that in a sec. The wrist gauntlet here, which is bladed, the bladed wrist gauntlet, texture is amazing, and also the blades do extend out for some scenes if you want them that way. I must warn you though, these blades, especially the right one I'll call, does get a bit tempered and lean toward the left if you're not careful, so you might have to apply heating to get it back to normal or straight like that, which is quite nice. The gauntlet right here, where in the movie he uses to perform multiple functions, also opens up. But first let's talk about the case detail. Really amazing. So to open it up, be careful. You usually should grab it from both sides. And as you can see, you're open to a whole new world of detail, because NECA went in and did the extra mile and gave you the wrist panel with the symbols already installed. One thing I must warn you about, however, is that this panel can easily break off. As you can see, there's already some stress right there, where it's partially broken, so I'm going to leave that be. Let's talk about the wires. So, as you can see, not much use, but they are quite nice. But they do limit articulation just slightly, so don't bend too far unless you want to see a wire break off. Not much to say about the bottom half, but the detail's nice there. So let's talk about accessories. He does come with an extra head, so let me show you how that works. Alright, so this Predator head's easy to pop off. You put your thumb right here, finger on the top, and then pull back. And then you should feel like a pop. And then you're just going to wriggle it on from there, and then boom. Be careful about getting the dreadlocks caught in. This is where you can remove those bone souvenirs if you like. But I'm just going to keep them on. This necklace does tend to fly off while switching heads, so I like to keep it at the bottom of the middle. Alright, so, as you can see, here's the hole for the head. So we're just going to place that right here. It's not too hard, but, yeah. Be careful about those dreadlocks getting in the way again. Now, you should feel a snap if it's on tight, but usually you won't have to. And as you can see, that's the head. It looks amazing. There. One small complaint which I do have, which NECA, I feel, could have avoided. So if we look at the back of the head here, which is a beautifully well done head, it's dark, alright, by the dreadlocks. But on the mask, it's all light. So, and there can't be no explanation for that. That's just a paint defect. So, oh no, NECA messed up. So they've got it all wrong there. It's not too noticeable, because if you have them on with the mask, you probably have them posed from the front, and that's where you're taking pictures. But it's kind of upsetting to see that they did that. He comes with a detached mask whenever he takes his mask off in the movie. It also includes the laser sighters or whatever. Now it's also a good time to mention that they both have what I'm going to call battle scars. As you can see, those semi-sun shapes. And right here, so you can see that. This one's a bit lighter, though, for some reason. So NECA is really being inconsistent with their paint with this one, but it's not too much of a problem. Do not try to fit the detached mask on the open masked head, because that does not work right. It's still pretty cool, because can you imagine having to just fit this on, and every time you like twist a head or something, it just pops off and flies across the room. So NECA went the extra mile, including 2 heads. But do not try to fit it on. It's for those posable scenes where he's just like unveiling himself to his opponent. He comes with 2 sets of removable hands. So I'll show you how those work. So to pop off a hand, you're going to wriggle it around. Now you better be careful with this one because of the blades. So you just pull out slightly while wriggling. Be careful. See, the problem with the blades is you're bound to touch them at one point. And then you pull it out. So then we're going to fit in the gripped hand for this one right here, which looks nice. This one probably goes really good with the blades. So make sure it's straight. And then just going to pop it in. But be careful not to mess with those blades too much, or else you're going to be finding yourself being very upset with your new Predator. Then we're going to switch out this one. This arm with the hand is essential, and here's why. Ooh, be careful there. Alright. As you can see, this one's open as opposed to the closed grip thumbs up he's doing right there. And there's a reason for that. One of his accessories is a spine and attached skull, and he can have it as a trophy, because that's what Predator does. So to do that, you're going to slip the triangular part. I believe it's the coccyx part of the body through the hand, and then you're going to push it in. And as you can see, you can display him holding the skull, which is a really nice touch. So NECA did good on that. He also comes with just a regular skull, which I assume you just slip into the hand as if he's displaying it to an enemy. Oh, be careful of those hands. Like that, I assume. But if you can get him holding that without it falling, good for you. Now I'm going to talk about one of the more unfortunately disappointing, frustrating aspects of this toy. So I'm sure you've been all waiting for me to talk about the plasma cannon that comes with him. And it's a really nice, beautiful design. But the problem is how you put it on the figure. NECA really screwed up on this more than anything. So, as you can see, there's a little plug right there that you slide into the back. Alright, no big problem. But why doesn't it fit all the way? It should be going down on him. But guess what? NECA messed up. Not only do the dreadlocks always get in the way, but there's another hole for you to plug in right there, which they graciously included as a little plug right there. So, okay, that's fine. So, then we plug that in. Looks good. It's finally down. But they messed up again. Now it's all weird looking. There's a bunch of space between him. Very inaccurate. So, okay, I'll try to fit it in both ways. See, it's impossible. Why'd they even do that? That's no sense. There should have been just a plug right here, and like a crevice, where this is. Look at that. There's a perfect crevice that could fit. I'm not sure why they didn't do that. That would have been a smart move. Yeah. And then it comes the plasma blaster. It comes with its own articulation. It can go back and forth. It can rotate, which is nice, just like in the movie. And yeah, it goes in all directions. So that's a good touch. A bit disappointing, though. And there you have the Predator Jungle Hunter. I believe this is an amazing figure, and despite some of its defects, even the disappointing plasma cannon, I'd pick this one up. I got mine at Target for $30. I'm sure you can get one just slightly cheaper for maybe $27. So $27 to $30 is your best price range for this boy. This specific one. Before I go, let's look at the box real fast. The box is amazing. So let's spin that around. It comes with a neat story on the back and pictures. I also forgot to mention there's a blue plasma edition that goes onto the plasma caster, which I've misplaced. So hopefully in a future review we can get to that. And as you can see at the very bottom, what I was talking about with the detachable mask, how he can hold that, but it does not fit on him. And look at that. Just as a tease to you, they have the plasma caster fitting perfectly. They also have the nice panel thing. Real quick before... Oh, the inside of the box. There's the thing again with the whole detached mask. And look at him with that plasma caster on the ground saying, "Oh, it can't fit? Well, good on you." Also, I'll cover this in a future review, but I also possess Dutch Schaefer from the movie, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, for now, in case you want to see them stand toe-to-toe, get you a good glimpse of that. Yeah. We'll cover him in a future review soon. So that's a good size comparison. I'd say pretty accurate from the movie. Overall, it's a pretty good toy, and I am proud to have this one in my collection. So thanks for tuning in, so I'll see you next time, which we should be reviewing Evil Dead 2, Ash, and Eddie pack, the Deadite. So hopefully we'll get to that. Thanks for tuning in, and this has been Bryne on Spy Lassie Reviews.